Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pitch Please. This week I'm super excited because we are doing our first ever strategist episode. I've got my 3 favorite strategists with me. So without further ado, let's meet this week's contestants. First up, we have the Associate Creative Strategy Director at Essence Mediacom. It's my good friend, Harley Garner.
Hello.
Next up, we have the VP Social Strategy Director at Deutsch LA, focused on Taco Bell. It's my good friend, Lauren Murphy.
Hello.
And last but not least, we have the Senior Manager of Creative Strategy at Salesforce and coworker of mine. It's Olga Zakharenko.
Hi.
All right. Well, now that we all know each other, it's time to play another episode of Pitch Please. All right, y'all. This first round I'm calling In-Flight Insight. And this is inspired by something I'm terrified by, which is the fact that planes are just fucking falling apart in the sky now. I'm not a fan of. But as you know, Alaska Airlines has had some PR problems because their planes keep falling apart in the middle of the sky. So they are launching a brand campaign to repair their image. And what I'm looking from you guys is 2 thought starters for that campaign that could inspire people to maybe trust Alaska Airlines a little bit more. So you guys are going to have 4 minutes for this round to come up with 2 thought starters for what that campaign could look like. And your time starts now. All right, we are back, and our strategists have thankfully fixed Alaska Airlines' brand image problem. And we're going to start this round with Olga. So Olga, what are the thought starters that are going to inspire the brand campaign to repair, no pun intended, Alaska Airlines image?
I truly think I solved it. I have 2 tactical thought starters. So the first is free puppies or kitties to cuddle in flight because it's going to be stressful. So might as well be cuddling something cute. You know, if you're allergic, you're kind of out of luck, but Alaska, we're not for everyone. You know what I mean?
Putting puppies in dangerous situations there. You're like, our flights aren't safe enough for people. Load them up with shelter dogs. Solving 2 problems.
Peter's going to be on you.
Well, okay, maybe that one's not a good one. But the second one, now this one's it. So thought starter number 2 is an oopsie punch card. So whenever something goes wrong on a flight, you get a little punch. And then at the end, if you get like 10, I don't know, you get like $20 off your next flight or something.
Oopsie punch card. I need that just for like me existing throughout life. Harley, what are your thought starters?
Yeah, I went for more of like a tagline, approach to this to get the juices flowing for the creatives. I think thought starter 1 is just like, okay, fine, we'll buy some Airbuses again since like they committed to an all Boeing fleet, and that's a problem. So just giving into it. The other one is just kind of taking a bit of a different, like not caving in, but more so just playing into the fact that like maybe dying is a convenience. Maybe you don't, maybe you don't have to go see your in-laws, or you don't have to go on that trip you didn't want to go on. Maybe you should pick that window seat.
I am obsessed.
I have so many thoughts. I love it.
I love the spin, and also I can relate to it too much as someone that has loved to see their family multiple times this year. Love you guys if you're watching. Okay, seamlessly transitioning to Lauren. Lauren, what did you come up with?
Okay. Harley let us know that looping is going to be trending any day now. So playing off of that, we know that Amelia Earhart's plane was recently found. I think Alaska should reconstruct her plane, dig it up, take it out, reconstruct it, refurbish it, offer flights on that. And this way, then the other planes feel a lot more safe. It is technically they are then the safer option.
Watch, that plane's actually safer.
I mean, that only crashed once, and it's held up. So
I didn't even know they found it. That's crazy.
My second one is kind of like Olga's, really like giving something back to the customers. Delta gives out cookies and they give out trading cards from their pilots if you ask nicely. And others give like pretzels and peanuts. But Alaska will now start offering little personal size bags of bolts, duct tape, and an I Survived a 737 wings pin. Bring back that retro feel. Everyone loves it. If you survive, you get a takeaway. If you don't survive, you don't know. It's fine.
People love collectibles.
People love collectibles.
All right. Well, I love it. That is yet another great batch of thought starters. And I think Alaska has definitely fixed their image problem. They've got plenty to choose from here. But we're going to move on to our next round. This round I'm calling Brief Back Talk. And I'm hoping that this will be very cathartic for all of you. So the ask is simple. You all have briefed creatives many a time in your life, and creatives never complain once. But if they were to complain, I would like you guys to list out your 3 top complaints that you most often hear from creatives. So you're going to have 4 minutes for this round. We'll be right back. All right, our strategists are back. They have enjoyed a brief little therapy session. So we're going to go over some of the most common complaints they hear from their briefings. And we're starting this round with Harley. So Harley, what are your top 3?
All right. Saying absolutely nothing, saying literal silence, and then like 3 hours later, they're complaining to account about the whole thing. Like, feedback in the room is welcome. Thank you guys. Like, we can talk about this if you don't agree. Brief is not cemented.
You do consider that it could get worse, where you could have silence in the briefing, and then 4 days later, creatives come back and they're like, oh, no, we didn't actually understand the brief.
I mean, they're all the same. Everyone could just do their job. That would be great. Like, if everybody could just participate a little bit. Cool. My second one is, we don't think the audience is right. And I'm usually like, yeah, cool, same. But like, check clears all the same. And client said they wanted this. So like, I defended it once, defended it twice, and I decided to let it go. So like, I think you guys should also just not worry about that at this point. My third one would be the instant, like, but we don't have enough budget to do what we know would work. And it's like, I'm aware, I saw the budget. We're also aware that we probably don't have enough to do what we should do. The compilation of those 3 and their frequency in which they recur is probably the more frustrating thing than those like individually, because let's learn, y'all. Like, we don't have budgets. None of us do.
This is cathartic.
It is cathartic. And speaking of, Lauren, we're going to move on to you. What are your 3 top complaints?
Okay, these are my 3 favorite complaints. They are not the most often. The first is that we noticed the film wasn't in here. Where is the film? Can we still do a 60? Can that be the cut down? And instead of a Facebook video post, we'd actually rather create something for a film festival. I mean, it's all film. It's all art. My second is we've actually brought our own insights because strategy is subjective. That is my favorite.
Appreciate you. Great job. We did your job for you, though.
Yeah, we wrote a self-brief, and we think it's right. So we will be doing it all. My third is not a complaint on the brief, but I like that after the briefing, getting ideas that are bucketed as, here are your ideas that are on brief, and then here are the ideas that are off brief. And I love that there are often way more ideas in the off brief bucket.
Love. I have no comment on any of those. I've definitely never, ever done any of them. Olga, what are your 3?
So my 3, I posed them as questions because these are questions that I've gotten before. So after briefing something in and explaining all the details, wait, what does the product do? It's my favorite one. I get that for everything, I think, even when I was working on the agency side. My second one is similar to Lauren's. Why can't we just make a TV ad? So when you brief something in and, it doesn't include a TV ad, but that's just it could, but you're right. Unless we put it outside of, the brief bucket ideas or whatever.
We keep it in our back pocket as a little reward. Like, oh, don't worry, film.
Don't worry, there's a film here. Yeah, you can make one. And then my last one, which is, I think, my personal favorite. Can you make up a stat for this? So like when an idea is brought back that's not on brief, but it's like, can you find a stat that supports this idea? My favorite one.
That is so good.
I like, can you make up a stat? Because that's like realistically more what they're looking for. It's like, we don't even care if this is real. Like, you just throw one in there.
I actually have my own focus group that I just host whenever a question comes up and I need to make a stat. Just at the ready, my own personal focus group. Yeah.
Y'all, so good. We're going to move on to our next round, our penultimate round, to use a good word. This round we are calling Brand of the Dead. And I think it is relatively simple. I've given you guys 4 dead brands to choose from. And what I'm looking for you guys is the strategy that is going to bring one of these brands back, as well as a celebrity partner that is going to help relaunch the brand. So you guys are going to have 5 minutes to pick one brand, come up with the strategy of how they're coming back and who's going to be the new face of the brand. We'll be back. All right, we are back, and our strategists have revived one dead brand from the 4 options provided. We're starting this round with Lauren. So, Lauren, which brand is coming back, and who is going to be the new face?
We're bringing back Blockbuster. And while a ton of streaming services really forcing people to watch ads or have this huge upcharge to not have to see them, we will just be shipping out ads on VHSs. So everyone will have to watch ads only. Trying to get their fix back in. Advertising is the most important thing out there. And we won't let the ads die. So we will direct mail them to your house.
It's like the Super Bowl year round. I love it.
Super Bowl year round is the slogan. I'm actually really excited for them to come back and do this. And we are not having a celebrity do this because Blockbuster was really about your local neighborhood shop. So we're going to have all those employees really be the face, and we're going to start making them celebrities. And then they'll be in commercials.
Okay, well, what I heard is you actively ignored the brief and brought something off brief. So it's very creative of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love it. Hopefully for the people watching.
They're not nobodies. They're micro influencers. Let's. Yeah.
They are pre-celebrities, Caleb. Okay. They are on the rise.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to move on to Olga. Olga, what did you pick?
I also chose to bring Blockbuster back. I went a different direction. They're coming back with VHSs as well because, you know, record players are big, so why not get back into VHS? But they're bringing OnlyFans to VHS because who wouldn't want to take something like that and own a piece of the internet and watch it anytime you want in the format that it should be on? I don't know.
I love it.
Honestly, like homesteading's becoming a big thing, and like you don't have internet out there, so you're gonna have to bring OnlyFans with you, right? So like it just makes sense. And so then the new face of Blockbuster, so maybe it's like Blockbuster After Dark, is Pete Davidson, because if anybody could sell you on that, it'd be Pete Davidson.
We're gonna have to pay him a little bit.
Get his manager on the line.
Yeah, for real. Finish up with Harley. Harley, which brand did you pick?
I picked Toys R Us, and the rebrand is into like gothic, candy pop, Saltburn vibe, positioning hard shipped into adult sex toys. So Barry Keoghan obviously is the face, and then we have guest appearances by none other than Pete Davidson, who's coming in from Blockbuster. So really, this is like a twofold approach here, double brand revival that Olga and I are going with.
I love it.
Okay, guys, you've made it. We are entering our final round. This round I am calling SWOT Thoughts. I'm asking you to make a SWOT analysis of anything you love. So pick one thing you love and make a SWOT analysis for it. I'm just looking for one strength, one weakness, one opportunity, one threat. You guys are going to have 5 minutes for this round, and we'll be back. All right, our strategists are back for their final round. They have made their very own SWOT analyses. We're starting this round with Olga. So Olga, what did you pick for your SWOT analysis?
I chose cats for my SWOT analysis. I have 3, so I know the product well. So the strength is a loyal fan base. If you're a cat person, everyone knows you're a cat person. Exhibit A. The weaknesses Not enough recognition of core differentiating qualities. Cats are actually very social creatures and very cuddly and sweet, and they can play fetch, unlike what some people think. So that is a weakness that they need to work on. So, okay, the opportunity I think for us would be to latch on to the witch core community. Witches and cats go hand in hand. And so with the resurgence of witch core, cottage core, I think now's the time. And then the threat, obviously there's a lot of fierce competition, specifically from dogs. So we'll have to figure out how to neutralize that.
Loyal fan base is
Loyal fan base.
perfectly succinct. Fantastic job. We're going to move on to Harley. Harley, what did you pick? Oh my God.
I picked you. You are my topic that I'm going to do the SWOT on. So for our strengths, we have talking, as we have seen today, or in any interaction with Caleb, who loves to talk. His weakness is working. And not that he's bad at doing his job, because he's really good at doing his job. He just he would do anything else but work. Universal income, Caleb, big proponent of that for sure. Opportunity not available, at least not right now, just not applicable. Maybe in real estate, he has an opportunity since he has a prime spot of land that I'm trying to get him to remodel and sell. So there is an opportunity there. And then the threat, I think, is Tika, not because she's a physical threat to him, but because she pulls him from everything because look at her. She is the Tika Doge, but it is a threat in the larger span of things.
She's been a threat to this game show.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a threat in more ways than one. We're going to move on very quickly and end with Lauren. Lauren, what did you pick? Hopefully not me.
I picked something that I actually love, which is a Bang energy drink. So for a Bang, I think the strength is that it does give the will to make it through the day. Weakness is obviously your heart exploding. I think that is a downfall to some. But the opportunity is an upside. It is an unpredictable, chaotic energy that could really go either way. So you could be really productive. You could be not productive. You could be evil. It doesn't matter. Unpredictable every time you take a sip. And the threat is a big one, and it is a hard one to combat. But you do sound like an absolute creep asking for one or offering one. It is hard to say, I really need a bang right now, or do you want a bang right now? So.
Oh my God. Y'all, one of the most, if not the most impressive episode so far. I think creative should be on notice because y'all fucking killed it. The only thing left is to decide a winner. Lauren Murphy, congrats on your pitch please victory.
Wow. This goes out to all my haters. Caleb, everyone I've ever worked with, and everyone I haven't met yet.
You guys fucking killed it. I had no idea how this would go. This is our first strategist episode, but you guys have set a very high bar. So just want to thank you guys for coming on. I want to thank everyone as always for watching, those 5 people, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Caleb's mom.
Bye.
Bye.